Look, if anyone recognises what this new weed that's springing up about my grounds is, please let me know. It's in bloom at the moment. Look, I'll put some black behind it so you can see the flowers. Look, that's what the flowers look like. I'd love to know what this new weed is. It's very pretty in its own way. Isn't it lovely? It's very pretty. And some more flowers just here. Look how pretty it is. I think there's an app you can get that will recognise flowers. I should find out more. That's what the flowers look like. That's what the flowers look like. So pretty. And the leaves. At first glance it looks like centranthus, the flowers, I mean, when you first just walk near them. Just vaguely reminiscent of centranthus flowers. I don't know what they are, I'd love to know. Must be a fairly drought resistant weed because it must have survived the last summer. Well, it was a bit of a wet summer, wasn't it, I think? It's so pretty. How do I focus on you? Come on. There's a flower close up. An attempt, anyway. That's what the flowers look like. I hope it's going to be a friendly plant and not poison or something. Perhaps it'll be another useful edible or medicinal or something. I know at least three of these plants I've found. There's two growing just here and there's one at another location. So I'm presuming they're dropped by birds. And here's another view of the foliage. There's the foliage. They're obviously dropped by birds somehow, so they must have a berry or something. I'm interested in this weed anyway. If it is a weed, it could be some ornamental, I suppose, escaped from people's gardens. No obvious scent, but I've got hay fever, so I'm not the best sniffer. So if you know what these are, please tell me. Please let me know. I'll have to try and do a search on Google Images as well. I want to know what you are, pretty flower. I want to know what you are and where you come from. Are you an Australian wildflower? Or are you making a comeback after Patterson's curse has been banished? Or are you some introduced weed, some wildflower escapee, some introduced domestic thing, escaped from people's gardens? There are the leaves. They've got a slightly fleshy feel about them. Just slightly fleshy. Quite tall too. That one's quite tall. Look, quite long. They are rather exciting because they're so pretty. Oops, I've got to feed that hungry goat. I've got to give it a piece of fruit. There's a little portrait of the flowers. Little portrait shot. There's another portrait of the flowers. I don't think those things are berries, are they? I think they look like tiny buds. They're pretty small. There's another little botanical detail. Very pretty anyhow, aren't they? Lovely new little wildflower for me to learn about. And there's the leaves. And there. Feels slightly fleshy and rubbery, especially on the underside. If you know what it is, please let me know. Yes, there are more new weeds around. This is that little sunrose from Swaziland. It's very pretty. It's closed up for the night, I think. It's almost dusk. That's the sunrose from Swaziland. I didn't know what that was a couple of years ago, but now I do. So this new plant I've just been showing you, it might be from overseas too. It would be fun to learn all about it. But I was able to identify this one. I didn't know what it was originally.